All right, hello everyone. Welcome to episode 12. I believe we're on episode 12 now. Been going for a while now, 12 weeks.
Yep.
Hopefully this episode is on time. Gonna try to get back on track with the recording on time thing. But hope everyone's doing all right. I guess we're gonna start off with the weeks again. My week hasn't been that interesting, but I don't know if your week has been,
I don't
special.
We recorded recently, so not much has happened since last week's recording.
Yeah, when did we record last? Like Wednesday, Thursday?
Wednesday or Thursday, yeah.
So it's only been a few days, yeah. Or like 4 or 5.
But yeah, not too much going on. Had a little St. Patty's Day party.
Oh yeah.
And that was about it, really. Just on the school grind still.
Good old school grind, man. Gotta love it.
Never ends.
Yeah. Let's see. My week wasn't that interesting. Just kind of same old shit, chilling. Clean the house. I got into a big cleaning binge yesterday, as you saw.
Yep.
Got most of the house clean. I don't know if anyone listening to this has this problem, but I don't have an issue with cleaning. I have an issue with keeping it clean. Like, I'll clean it real nice. It's nice and perfect, and then I don't know if it's mental, like I get depressed or I get whatever, and then I kind of let it just deteriorate. But I'm trying to be better about, like, just throwing things away when I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy for me to, like, drink a soda and then just leave the can.
Yep.
And I'm trying to make the effort. Yeah, I'm trying to make the effort to, like, okay, let's just go throw it away. It takes 10 seconds, and I'm not going to have to clean for 3 hours. But yeah, I've just been cleaning. I made kind of like a weird YouTube video that I made a few days ago, and it took me a bit to want to release it, but I think, like, unfortunately, there's probably a lot of people who watch this or listen to this that don't know, like, where I came from YouTube-wise, Like, it's a lot of new viewers probably, but I've been around for a while, and my channel got striked, all kinds of shit. So basically that channel's pretty much dead, because as soon as you get a strike, you're not recommended anymore. You're not showing up in the searches. You're deemed, kind of a risk to promote you. So I kind of did something that was difficult for me, and I kind of made like my last video for that channel. I think that's going to be the end of that chapter, was kind of the reason for that.
Okay.
And I don't know. It was weird to make. I've never made anything where, like, I actually wrote something down and had, like, I wanted to fuck around with just, like, quote unquote cinematic shots. I had a good time with it, but it was kind of emotional when I was uploading it. Like, I finally uploaded it and I was like, shit. Some of those videos date back 7-8 years. And I was looking through some of the old videos, and it's crazy to think that, I've quit, quote unquote, so many times, but I think this one's probably, and not saying I won't make other channels and just have fun, but it's probably the end of that chapter, and it was kind of weird. It was a little weird, but I thought it was nice. I don't know if you watched the video, but...
Yeah, I watched it this morning, I think, a bit after it came out.
Yeah. What did you think of it? It was kind of I didn't tell anybody about it.
Yeah, I didn't know. I opened up I woke up and I saw you were streaming, so I went there, and then I hopped on my computer, saw it was in the YouTube video.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I liked the shots with it. I can't remember much of what was said, to be honest. I was still a little in that morning headspace.
Yeah.
I thought the soundtrack choice was very nice in the video.
Yeah, it was important for me.
I started searching for some of the songs.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I thought it was a nice video.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's nice having I guess that's the thing with making videos, right? Is you can look back on the past, and even if you end up privating them, you'll have them at least. So.
You'll have them so you can look back on it. I was talking about that on stream the other day, or yesterday. It just kind of like, I know a lot of people would probably be embarrassed looking back at some of those videos, and maybe, they probably don't want any of that on the internet. But I'm kind of proud and happy that I stayed relatively consistent throughout the years, because I can go back and look at videos I made when I was 12, and I pretty much made videos every year consistently since then, if you take aside the past 2. And I don't know, I think it's really awesome that I have like a time capsule that I can just go back and watch when we used to fuck around and play Rainbow and, you know, just fun stuff like that. So I'm actually really proud and happy that that exists, because I don't know many other people who have that opportunity to go and look back at a specific piece of their life and appreciate it and you know, get to see it, relive it almost, you know.
For most people, like, we're not big, like, we don't take a lot of pictures, I feel like, or videos, like, at least especially not when we're younger. But the only things we really do have from the past is our gaming videos or things from the past. Videos.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird looking back on some of those videos, like just seeing how small I was. I was a kid, and it's so weird to see how much you change. And yeah, I don't know. I love looking back. As much as I'm embarrassed, I think it's a real beautiful thing to be able to go back and watch you know, just us fucking around in like COD lobbies or making jokes or, you know.
Yeah.
It's just some of the best times of my life personally that I can just go back and look at. And I think I'm really happy that I did that. Because, you know, at the time I didn't appreciate it at the time. I think I viewed it as kind of chasing a dream. And I didn't really look at it. I looked at it more as a business. I need to get this video out. I need to make it this way. I need to earn a certain amount. Because at the time, you're still making money off YouTube if you didn't have, you know, 1,000 subs. So at the time, I viewed it very business-wise. I didn't have an emotion to it, if that makes sense. But now that I look back, I have that emotion, and I'm really proud and happy that I did that, because I think I would have regretted it if I didn't.
Yeah.
Just for how much we played, and I mean, you may as well stream and make videos, so.
I mean, I think when you're younger like that, like, it's less about you're like, oh man, like, I love YouTube, like, that'd be the dream job, like, so you're so focused on, like, just putting out videos and doing this and doing that and just hoping you make it. But I think now if I'd go to do something like that, it'd just be things I want to remember.
Yeah.
You know, just like the funny moments, the good times. But yeah, I mean, as a kid, you're definitely more focused on the numbers and how's it looking.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I was.
You know, I want this to be my career, so like let's focus on this. Or
yeah. No, I was definitely lost in the machine of it for a long time. Like I think I uploaded daily for like a year. I think that's where a bulk of my videos came from. But yeah, it's cool. Like I forgot that I just uploaded my entire Last of Us playthrough. And I can go back and watch my initial reactions and just how different I was and the different vernacular I used, you know, things like that. It's just fun. Yeah, I honestly, I love it. And yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people would probably delete them and, you know, maybe would see some risk in having them up just for embarrassment's sake. But I love it. I'm going to keep them up as long as they're allowed to be up there. I would rather have the memory than... I'd rather deal with the embarrassment and have the memory, at least, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, how many people can you ask that, like, oh, you can go back and literally have a recording of you hanging out with your friends, having a good time? Not a lot of people have that. So, I'm really happy that... also, I feel like you guys can go back and look at that, regardless of if I do. You know, if you guys ever want to go back and watch the good old days, you know, you were in a lot of that content. You know, Zombies with Sauce was a thing every time a new app came out, you know, so yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing and I'm happy that I did it, but it is tough. I guess it all wraps around to that video that I put out, because it was kind of tough to make a video and knowingly go, I think this is probably going to be the last upload here. Just it was a weird feeling. I've never had that before, because I've never really, you know, it's weird to think of it, but growing up and throughout my life, I considered it a career just because of the effort I put in.
Yeah.
It's weird to almost retire. It's what it feels like. It feels like I'm retiring from something. It's such a weird feeling that I've never had. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm happy with leaving that chapter with that video. I feel like it's a good video and it's hopeful. I feel like, you know, gives maybe some people some hope, and you know, that'll probably be the end of that chapter. But just, you know, another washed up YouTuber added to the list.
Man had a good run.
I think I did all right. I think I did well with what I had, you know?
Yeah.
I never had a big view count or sub count, and I did pretty well for myself, so I'm proud of that work I put in. But, yeah. Good times, man. Just watching all those old videos is crazy.
Yep.
Crazy.
That Super Seducer series.
Oh, God. Yeah, that'll get me.
Best thumbnails in the game.
I know. Those were good days, man. That Mercedes rub-down video. It's the best, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Good days, man. But, yeah. You never really did the content grind. Like, was that ever anything you were interested in, like, did you want to be a content creator, or was that never really the goal?
It was more like a pipe dream. I was like, man, this would be cool, but I wasn't going to put any effort into it, really. Like, everything I posted was like, I want to look back on this, like, later.
This COD game or whatever.
Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, I fried. Like, I want to remember I was this good. And so I posted.
The good days where your reaction time was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, like, it's still, I imagine I would still, like, if I was able to do it and had the time to put in, well, most people put in more time and have the same amount of time as me, but
yeah.
I think it'd be fun, but definitely back in the day, it wasn't really the goal.
It was just for fun.
The goal was just, for fun, have this
upload
video.
Some fun clips,
Like, I'm not trying to get everyone to see it, but, like, maybe my 4 friends will see it that I put up or something like that. Yeah.
I still go back and watch your old videos sometimes, just finding, like, World War II clips and
World War II
clips.
videos, yeah.
It's fun to go back and look. I mean, arguably, you're doing that right now, right? I mean, you're kind of a content creator right now, no?
In a sense, yeah.
Right? I mean, there's no money involved yet, but still...
But we're creating content.
Still creating content, yeah.
It's because I got an accomplished content creator alongside me to keep me on task.
Accomplished is a word.
I would say keep me on schedule, but I'm being a little slack.
A little bit, but it's tough. Man, I've always struggled with schedule, though, throughout my entire life. Like, I'm bad with schedule, but we're trying. That's what matters, you know. I feel like my thing is, we should be putting the same amount of effort regardless of the view count. That's always been my thing. Like, if I had 1 million subs today, I shouldn't feel like I would do more. I feel like I should have the same level of commitment to it regardless of what the numbers are. Maybe that's why I kept going for so long, even though I think a lot of people would have quit, especially the hours I put in and the thought I put behind a lot of things. Granted, I never had crazy videos. I just played games, but it still took effort, time, you know, and investment. You had to buy those games. Like, the way I viewed it was, if this series makes the money back, great. That was the goal, was for me to at least be able to pay for the game. That was important to me. So, yeah, but we're trying with the schedule. Hopefully this week we're good, you know. I don't know what's going to happen over the next few months, but I'll do my best, you know. Some family things may get in the way, but I'll try my best. But yeah, I guess, you know, we're 12 episodes in now. How do you feel about doing this? Like, do you still want to do it? Is it, you know, it's 12 weeks in. It's a long time already.
Doesn't take a lot of effort on my part, other than finding stuff to talk about each week. Failing some weeks, but no, I mean, I thought I was gonna not like it as much as I have been, but it's definitely been enjoyable. Yeah, I would say.
Good. Yeah.
No real
I
issues.
don't know. Yeah, I always wanted to do a podcast, so this is just, I'm happy to do it, you know? Because it was always just something I wanted to do. But, yeah, it's I mean, it can be a grind, but I think as long as you just stay on top of the work, which I'm bad at. But, like, after this is done, I have to edit it. The clips from last week that I didn't edit because I decided to stream instead. It's so fucking thing. Yeah, let's see. Well, we're out of TV shows to talk about. That's tough. No more Last of Us. No more You.
No.
I got Sauce onto the Ted Lasso train. How are you enjoying? You're about 3 episodes in. How are you enjoying it so far? Is it worth all the hype?
Yeah, I mean, it's too soon to say if it's worth all the hype. Like, I know it's won a fair bit of awards, at least the main actor has. Um, but I'm definitely enjoying it. I, like you said, you didn't think the first season was like amazing, amazing.
Mm.
But so far I haven't really had any complaints. I mean, it's definitely a little cheesy at times.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I mean, I think that's just part of its charm.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love me a good sports show, sports, anime, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm excited. I keep seeing like stuff on Twitter about the third season. I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but then it'll be like a paid promotion for the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy.
Kind of know what happens a little bit.
A little bit, but I'm still excited for the ride.
Yeah, it's a fun show. I definitely would say, for me personally, it picked up in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's a lot of TV shows because the actors kind of know, they fall into their character a little more. You know, it's kind of like if you watch the first season of The Office or any big TV show that lasted a long time.
Yep.
You start on the first episode versus the last episode, it's very different character-wise. So I think in season 2, it's just like everyone fit into their character a little more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which I can't even imagine trying to, like... I don't know, I've never wanted to be an actor, but I can't imagine that's an easy job, like, in terms of actually trying to fit into a character and thinking like a... it's a whole thing that I don't know anything about, so...
Indeed.
But, yeah, I think you'll enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You got something in mind?
A segue?
Right.
Speaking of actors and stuff, Lance Reddick died earlier this week.
He did.
From John Wick, Destiny, Horizon, a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Tough to see him go, man. I loved him in John Wick. He didn't have the most recognizable voice, but I have heard him in a fair bit of animated stuff as well, and obviously in games.
Yeah, he was in a lot of stuff.
Unexpected, really. I don't know if they said it if it was just natural, but...
Yeah, I couldn't find anything on how he actually passed away. I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, you know, it's still someone gone. But, yeah, it's unfortunate. R.I.P. I hope his family's doing alright, because it seemed... I think he was kind of young, wasn't he? He was younger.
I think he was
late 40s?
60, I believe.
Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah.
We're a little off there.
Yeah,
I mean, it sucks. I played a lot of Destiny, and he's definitely a very recognizable voice in Destiny, and it sucks to see him go. I'll miss him in the movies, man. I'll miss him. Good actor.
Saw Destiny players were going up to his character and just saluting and stuff. And
yeah, saw that too. Yeah, a lot of Destiny players were. Some people on my Snapchat were crying about it and stuff.
Dedicating John Wick 4 to him, I think, and stuff. So.
Is he in John Wick 4?
I don't know if he is. I just saw that Keanu was dedicating it to him.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, R.I.P. I don't know what happened, but it sucks to see him go.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But,
speaking of movies and TVs and needing to take up some time, thought we'd just go through some of the Oscar categories and who won and who didn't, and if we'd seen it, if we thought it was fair.
Okay.
So I just have it pulled up, the list. Of course, we just watched The Whale, but actor in a leading role, it was Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Austin Butler for Elvis, which you've only seen.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, which we both saw.
Yeah.
Paul Mescal for After Sun, Bill Nighy for Living. We haven't seen the last two, but we did just watch The Whale.
We did just watch. We could talk about The Whale, I guess, for a second.
Yeah.
We watched The Whale finally. I thought it was really good. It wasn't a perfect movie, and I don't know what would have made it perfect for me personally. But I mean, it was great. All the actors were really good in it. Brendan Fraser just killed it. I mean, what a performance. I totally get how he won the Oscar. It was definitely quite a performance. So yeah, it was a great movie. I mean, it was a hard watch. It was difficult. It was a difficult watch.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, I thought it was great. It was a good story. Unfortunate, but good story.
Good film.
Yeah.
And the A24 ending, of course. But
of course, there's always something fucking wild in an A24 movie. There's always something crazy. But yeah, no, I thought it was a good movie.
That was a tough watch. Almost had me a couple times.
Did, yeah.
Tear was close. It takes a lot to get them tears out of us.
Quite hardened by now.
But yeah, Colin Farrell was pretty good in The Banshees as well. That was a good movie.
He was, yeah. I think Brendan Fraser should have won it. I mean, I haven't seen those other movies, some of them, but I feel like that performance was the best, probably.
That was great.
Out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a difficult role.
We're saying it's either Austin Butler for Elvis or Brendan Fraser. I haven't seen Elvis, but I'm glad that Brendan Fraser's on the comeback.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to see him around. He had a tough time there. It seems like he's getting cast in a lot of stuff now too, so.
Mm-hmm.
See, I watched Elvis and I just didn't think it was a great movie. I don't know.
Did you think he was a good actor?
It's a good question.
Or does it being a bad movie kind of just like this?
Honestly,
more what you can think about.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, like I just didn't think the movie was that special. It kind of felt like a montage that had a shitload of money thrown at it. That's what that movie felt like. Like it almost had transitions like a montage too. It was kind of just a weird movie. I don't think Austin Butler was bad in it, but I don't know if I think I would have been surprised if he won the Oscar over someone else. Like honestly, I would have, if it was like Austin Butler and Colin Farrell and Brendan Fraser. It's not going Austin Butler out of even those two. So
yeah,
that's kind of my thought on it. But not that it was a bad performance. It's not the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Not as good as The Whale.
Yeah, I mean that was it's wild. It's just a wild movie, and it's got to be such a tough role to play. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have actor in a supporting role, and I've learned that I'm not going to say all the names, just the ones we know.
Okay.
Oh man, I should have practiced how to say his name. Kihei Kwan from Everything Everywhere.
Yeah.
Brendan Gleeson from The Banshees and Barry Keoghan from The Banshees.
And
of course, Everything Everywhere guy won it, but
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I would have probably given it, if it was one of the two from The Banshees, I probably would have given it to Barry. I think he did a great job in that, even though he wasn't on screen as much as the other guy. Yeah.
No, it was a good character, though. Real tough. It was a weird movie. That's a weird movie. It's another weird one.
These weird movies, man. They're not traditional, but I mean, it's good. I feel like a lot of movies that are made today are kind of the same. So
yeah, it's a good break from the formula. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think. I think that I'm gonna just say Short Round because that's what I know him from.
Short Round,
I know him. I think he should have won that. I think he was great in that movie. I think that
for sure.
I mean, there was also a lot of, I guess, range that he had to show for that role because he literally played a version of himself like however many different realities. I think that's a fair win. I'm not upset at that one.
Indeed. Let's just do the major categories here because, who's got the time? Actress in a leading role. Stuff we had seen was just Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere and Ana de Armas in Blonde.
Right.
We haven't watched Tar or To Leslie or The Fabelmans. Or have you watched The Fabelmans?
I have not watched The Fabelmans yet.
Okay. Blonde was another tough watch.
Blonde was a tough watch. I wanted to like that movie, but I just it's just a difficult watch in a way that it's a difficult watch and it's not good enough for me to go through it. What the hell was that?
I think he just won his Valorant game. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was tough. I do think Anna de Armas was a great actress in it.
Yeah.
But it's just a tough movie.
Yeah.
It's a little long and just difficult to watch. Yeah. That was a difficult
Don't
watch.
need to watch that one ever again. I could watch The Whale again.
I could watch The Whale again, but that one I'll never watch again. No, that one was just... It wasn't... It's just... I think it missed the mark a little bit on what it was trying to do. I also saw some things... I won't get too crazy into it, because the last time I talked about this shit, it was like the Harry Potter stuff, and it was interesting. Mm-hmm. But I also saw that the director... Was it the director or the writer had like an abortion agenda? That he's very anti-abortion, and there are a lot of anti-abortion things in that movie of kind of showing, you know, like the unborn baby in the womb and shit like that. Just the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So that's also, I didn't think about it until I saw that, and I was like, oh, I could see that, because it's kind of trying a little hard on that one. But yeah, I don't know. That's a wild one, but I also think that, is it Michelle Yeoh? Is that her name?
Yeah.
No?
Michelle Yeoh won. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you heard the background.
No, I did not. I think she deserves that win, too.
No, I think she did good.
It was good performances.
Now, actress in a supporting role. Mm-hmm. Maybe not who I would have picked. But we got
Jamie Lee?
Jamie Lee for Everything Everywhere won. Angela Bassett for Black Panther. Didn't watch it. People thought she was going to win, though. So, Hong Shao from The Whale.
Oh.
Carrie Condon from The Banshees. And then the
sister,
daughter.
I'm guessing?
Yeah, the daughter from Everything Everywhere.
Huh.
I definitely would have went with the daughter over Jamie Lee for sure if Everything Everywhere was to win. Jamie Lee feels weird. I don't feel like
she was a part of that movie enough.
Like she did her role well, but I just don't know if she, I don't know,
deserves the Oscar for that. I don't feel like she was in a lot. I mean, she couldn't have been in more than 10 minutes of that movie. She wasn't in a lot of that movie.
Yeah.
She was in like a fighting sequence and that whole love sequence with the hot dog hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. I mean, I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I think it's awesome that she won. But I don't know if I would have given her that Oscar for that performance. I think the daughter definitely had a more prevalent role and showed a bit more range. But yeah. I didn't know that the daughter was also nominated. Man, that movie got fucking absolutely just wins all around. My God.
Sure did. It won the directing award as well, the directing Oscar.
That's fair, yeah.
One more. It won film editing as well. The Whale won makeup and hairstyling.
That's I mean.
Yeah.
I get that.
For original score, All Quiet on the Western Front ended up winning. You've seen that? I haven't.
I have seen that, yeah.
It beat Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere, and The Fabelmans. I thought that Babylon actually had a pretty good soundtrack.
It had a good soundtrack, but how much original music was in that movie?
That's a good question.
So, you know, like the main theme, I suppose.
Maybe. Yeah,
but a lot of it's just different songs from that era.
Yeah, I feel like I need to watch All Quiet
to be honest, the score did not stand out to me when I watched that movie. I'm kind of surprised. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to it, but I don't feel like the score, I don't know, I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is really good, you know. Because I kind of pay attention to that shit because I'm a nerd. And I can't say that I really thought anything about the score. But I mean, maybe I need to take a listen to it. Did Batman get any noms?
Yeah, I got a couple nominations.
Okay, but it didn't win any.
Did not win. It had nominations for... Where was it? I just saw it. Makeup and hairstyling.
Yeah, okay, I guess
and,
the Penguin.
And sound. And visual effects.
Visual effects, okay, yeah.
And
I'm surprised that they didn't get a nomination for directing. I thought that movie was directed very well.
Yeah,
I'm kind of surprised. I guess it's a superhero movie, so, you know.
Yeah, knocked it down a few pegs.
It's just not looked at the same, but... I mean, I thought that movie was great.
Same.
I'm surprised it didn't get more nominations, but... Who am I? I'm not in the Academy, so...
Yeah.
Not calling the shots. Yeah. Man, you know... Who won, like, the best picture? Was it Everything Everywhere?
Yep.
Okay. Who won before that? Was it Joker? Last year?
For last year? Let me check.
Yeah. Or how long ago was Joker?
Was
I might be a couple years ago.
2019.
Oh, no. Oh, Lord.
I want to say.
Yeah, right, because I was still living in Michigan when that came out. So, yeah, it had to have been like 2019. Oh, shit.
Let's see. Last year, Coda won Best Picture.
Right, didn't watch it. I remember now.
Don't know what it is.
Yeah, didn't watch it. I think it was a
Joker 2020.
Netflix movie.
Let's see. Yeah, Joker was 2020. Joaquin Phoenix won actor.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt won one for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep.
But what won Best Picture? Actually, I think yeah, Parasite won Best Picture.
Oh, was that year? Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
Parasite
it was a stacked
great.
Stacked competition. I mean, Ford versus Ferrari, Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
God, yeah, that was a banger year.
Tough choice.
Well, speaking of Joker, what do you think about the Joker 2 possibly being, or at least having musical elements to it? I don't think it's a full musical from what I've seen, but it's supposed to have some musical elements. You think it'll affect the movie?
Interesting. I mean, it's already not a traditional like when you think Joker, I guess you'd think of more like a superhero movie, but it's more just like a character piece. So I think they could do it right and it could work. I'm not not looking forward to it because it's a musical. I guess I'm more interested to see if they can pull it off and make me not mind.
Yeah.
Cause, I mean,
what do you think about Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn? Because we've seen a few movies now with Lady Gaga, or at least you have, I think. Other
than
maybe a few.
Maybe.
But do you think she's a good fit for that role?
In this Joker universe, I think I don't mind it. I think it could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still a little scared. Like, I feel like she hasn't blown me away in anything she's acted in.
It's fair.
But I think if you're trying to do a musical, you probably got the best person you could. And I think I don't know. I don't think she'll do bad.
Yeah.
It's already such a unique story of the first Joker movie that I don't think they're gonna steer us wrong.
I hope not. You know, I'm always iffy about sequels. I feel like that movie. I hate this camera so much. I hate it so much. I feel like that movie doesn't need a sequel.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that movie ending the way that it ended and us leaving it, but it made $1 billion, so there's going to be a sequel. I'm excited to see where they go with the story. It'll be fun to see those characters again, and I'm guessing they're going to have some more money thrown at them, so we should see, maybe a bit of a better product, because I don't think the first Joker cost that much comparatively. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think Lady Gaga, I think she could fill the shoes. It just depends on, Todd Phillips is a great writer and a great director, so I'm pretty sure it's in capable hands, Yeah. We'll just have to see how it turns out. I don't know if it'll be as successful as the first one, but we'll just have to see. I don't know. I don't know if we've ever
When's
had.
that
Do you
coming
think?
out anyway?
Oh, I have no clue. I mean, I saw things about filming a few months ago, so I'd imagine we've still got a while, maybe late next year or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine that movie would be a fast turnaround. So, has anyone ever won an Oscar for like playing the character a second time in a sequel? I wonder if that's ever happened. Because like if let's say Joaquin wins the Oscar again, like I wonder if that's ever happened before.
I don't know.
Because I don't know if we've had a movie that had so much like critical success. Does that make sense? Critic success? Success. Critical value? I don't know. But I don't know if we've had movies like that have a sequel in the past. Other than like, I mean like certain visual effects movies, but because that would be interesting. I don't know if someone's gotten an Oscar for playing the same character twice.
Let's see, what did he receive an Oscar for? The only actor to ever receive 2 Oscars for the same role is a guy named Harold Russell from movies in the 40s.
Wow.
Yep. There's only 2 sequel movies that have ever been nominated for Best Picture, or won Best Picture. The Godfather Part 2 and Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Right. Godfather, that makes sense. Huh. Well, that'll be interesting to see. I can't imagine it won't get nominations, but unless it's just absolutely terrible. But I feel like it won't be. I don't think it will be. But yeah, I don't know. We got we got Tarantino on his way out.
Yep.
Talked about that last week, I think. Sorry if anyone made it this far. We're running out of. It's been a fast turnaround time, so we don't have too much to talk about. As we talk, I mean, we're still grinding Stardew. We got our other friend into it, so we've been playing it a lot more.
Yep.
Which has been fun. Let's see. That's about it for gaming. We really haven't been playing Call of Duty anymore. Or I haven't personally, just because I'm not really enjoying myself. But, yeah.
We can jump into our favorite segment, talking about AI. And
great. There's more AI news.
My bookmarks tab closed. Did you see the South Park thing?
I did not. What about South Park?
Their latest episode was written by ChatGPT.
Oh, I did see something about that. Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know. I guess there's no very strict copyright laws on AI yet. Cause
I guess not. Yeah.
I mean,
he was one of the 2 writers responsible for the episode. So I'm not sure. Maybe they got rights for it, because I think I saw clips of them talking about like what ChatGPT is in the episode. So like, probably had something worked out.
Yeah, some kind of deal maybe. I mean, it's interesting. I think it could get a little worrisome because just if it can recreate like a human's creativity, right? That becomes a little alarming. But we'll just see. I mean, we might have some of the best scripts ever written coming out of this. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'm looking forward to it exactly. I mean, what happens when people just don't write anything anymore? Like, because an AI could write something better? Like, I don't know. We're already seeing that with college, right? A lot of people are doing that with their college papers. So
yeah, it's
a little worrisome, but all of AI is pretty worrisome right now. It seems to be getting to a weird place. So
now there's new AI. I got a TikTok ad earlier today. It was like my whole class got caught using OpenAI or something, and then it was an ad by an AI company that will check you put in your papers and it'll tell you if it looks like it's been written by an AI, so then you can fix it so they can't tell that it's been written by an AI.
So you could have your paper be written by an AI, put it through another program to make sure it looks like it hasn't been written by an AI.
Yeah.
Oh no, man. This is not good. I know the new ChatGPT version came out and it has visual. Like you can put in a picture and ask certain things about the picture and it'll find it. I think it works the same for music, sounds, things like that. I don't know. I like the idea of using AI artwork, because I think that's interesting. I think you could create what's in your head a little easier if you use an AI artist, like an artwork system, but it takes away from real artists, it's a whole thing. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's alarming. I never thought about it before, like, oh, AIs might take our jobs, but it's becoming a little more of a worry, especially in, which I never thought, but in kind of the creative fields. I thought that it would take over the more, physical labor, things like that, before it would take over any creative industries. But it seems to be leaking into pretty much everything. I really didn't expect them to be as creatively capable, I guess. I just thought that it would take a lot longer for that to happen, but it seems like it's happening. I mean,
you've seen the videos where people are like using the AI to like make their voice sound like the person?
Yeah, I have.
A lot of those going around right now.
Oh yeah. There's also a lot of people like putting Kanye on Drake songs and, all just all fucking around with different artists and stuff like that. I think it's cool, but it's definitely alarming a little bit because I'm just surprised it leaked into... I really, the last place I would have thought it would be a problem in is like artwork and writing, things like that. That really, I feel like, require human touch, but they seem to be doing it pretty fucking well. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know, theoretically, like let's say Kanye says, I don't want to write my next album. I'll just have an AI sing for me, do all the shit. I don't have to do it. But it's still me, right? It's still his voice and his cadence. Mm-hmm. So where do we draw the line there? Like, I don't know, it just becomes a whole thing. It's going to be a problem. We need some rules, I think. I think it's not very regulated right now. We need some real guidelines and rules to be put in place, I think, soon, or it's going to get a little wild. Because, I mean, if you're a company, why pay someone to make your logo? Why pay someone to write a marketing pitch? Why pay someone to do this? I could see a lot of businesses taking advantage of this and really fucking a lot of hardworking people over. So I don't know. But isn't it like we don't have quantum computing yet? So like it's not... Once we get quantum computing, then we're fucked, basically, because it's just going to be so powerful that we're screwed. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be like the AI, I don't like AI, or I love AI. I think it's cool. It's awesome. I use it on my phone. We all use AI in our own ways, right? Everything has artificial intelligence. The games we play uses AI. I mean, AI is kind of built into everything now. Even matchmaking systems and the way games are developed. Everything has AI. It's inescapable. I think it's very helpful with that kind of stuff. It's when it starts leaking into artwork, writing, doing creative jobs. I find it a bit of a security risk as well. I mean, if an AI is capable of doing all these things, why couldn't it just hack into someone's email? Why couldn't it, or at least provide the tools to? That is what's alarming to me. I don't know if I'm as worried of it, becoming sentient and taking over the world. I'm a little more worried about how it's going to affect people and how they'll use it badly. Because that's kind of the human way. Like, it could be something so cool, and we'll find a way to abuse it. That's just human nature. So I guess I'm more worried about how people are going to abuse it more than I am about how cool it is, But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool that, like, you could develop a game using AI. You could write your code for you. You could say, I want it to move like this, and it'll probably write you a code that you can put in Unreal. Like, I think that's awesome. But again, it's kind of a developer's job. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see. I don't know how you put a copyright law on something that didn't exist prior. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, how can you put a copyright law on something that was just created by something that isn't real, human? I don't know. I feel like there's no controlling that. Like, it's tough to find.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. How are you even going to manage that? Just like anything that comes out of ChatGPT has to be copyrighted? Like, I don't know. But, see, I'm not in college yet, but I may utilize it. I'm kidding. That might be bad to say.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Honestly, I feel like I would be really scared. I feel like I'd get caught in that.
Oh,
I'd scare the shit. I would rather just do the work so I don't have to worry about it, you know?
Yeah. If you're going to use it, you have to use it at the start. But no,
yeah, it's a little late now. I think they
a lot of worry on it, especially if you go into a higher, more esteemed college.
Yeah. Has your college said anything about it? Have they acknowledged it at all, or?
Not like publicly. Like in my roommate's AI class, they've talked about it.
Yeah.
But I don't really have any sort of quizzes in like my degree where I could even do something like that. I guess I haven't had to write a lot of essays, really. So maybe if I had to write more essays or things like that.
Yeah. But I'm sure people are abusing it everywhere, though. Like, I don't even. Oh, yeah. How do you check? How do you know? I don't think there's a surefire way to check, right?
No.
Like, I don't even know how you catch a student doing it. But that's an issue for the colleges.
The paper, I don't know. So.
I mean, it is what it is. It's just a part of our, this is where we're at, and we're going to have to deal with it in some way. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but...
Yeah. Continuing our talk on AI. AI has developed a treatment for cancer in just 30 days and can predict a patient's survival rate.
Really?
Yeah.
So a treatment and it can predict survival rates.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, honestly, when I heard that AI was getting real crazy and you brought up the AI doctors and stuff, that was one of the first things I thought about was, I mean, why don't we use it to find cures for things that we don't have the time for or the capacity for?
Yep.
Like, I think AI could be very helpful in that regard, for sure. I mean, just the speed that an AI could get things done would probably be more efficient than us trying to find the cure ourselves, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome, though.
Yeah. I mean,
it's probably our best bet. It's probably our best bet at finding a cure for... I mean, I know that there is no real cure for cancer because there are so many different kinds of cancers that it's kind of impossible. But if we could try to tackle some of the biggest, the biggest killers in terms of cancer or types of cancer, I think that would be a game changer.
Yeah, I believe this one they've been working on works with like a type of liver cancer.
Okay.
But yeah, it developed a molecule that could bind to
the cancer cells?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it hasn't been clinically trialed yet. But then they did a second round of testing and they discovered a more potent molecule to use instead. So, I mean, you just keep it going and...
Might find a way.
Might find something.
I mean, if there was some kind of, like, all around, like, something that could just attach itself to any kind of cancer cell, I mean, that would be crazy. Yeah. That would be a game changer. You just get, like, a vaccination, even though it's a bit of a hot topic at the moment. Still is, but... I'd get a vaccination to, like, prevent cancer? Yeah.
Well, for sure.
Hand it over. Gimme. I'm just... How expensive is that going to be? Or would they make it so, like, affordable? That way everyone gets it?
Now, those people who actually have had the cure for so long, they're going to start reviewing it,
Yeah. That's the thing, though. Like, what happens to cancer centers?
Yeah.
What happens to these businesses? It's fucked up to say, but at least in the Western world, I mean, hospitals are a business.
Yeah, there's a different study that used an AI system to predict survival rates. But it's still done by AI.
I mean, it's great. I think that's how we should be utilizing it. For sure.
Yeah. It uses natural language processing, which can understand complex human language to analyze doctor's notes and identify characteristics specifically for each patient. It can be determined for all types of cancers.
Wow.
With an accuracy rate of over 80%.
Well, that's great. I mean, I hope they keep working on that. I think that's probably our best bet for finding something useful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm not too invested in the cancer research in general, but I can't imagine there's been a crazy amount of headway in the last decade. From what I know of, I feel like cancer rates are still just as bad or higher, if anything. So I don't know. Might have to do with a lot of people smoking more and things like that, but you know, I contribute to that problem, so I can't really say anything. But we're about 50 minutes in. I think we could probably start to wrap it up. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything you want to mention to this small mass?
That was the last thing I had on my notes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have anything unless you do.
No, not really.
I do have something.
Okay.
It's a super small thing. Just
right.
Tom Cruise was praising the new Flash movie.
How so?
Saying, it's the kind of movie we need right now. Calling it a perfect superhero movie. He was such a fan of it, he called the director after watching it.
Huh. He's gonna catch flack for that for sure.
We'll see, man. We keep on hearing things about the movie, but it's tough with Ezra Miller also in the spotlight all the time. But either way, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see the movie, I guess.
I mean, I'll probably see it because I grew up with the Michael Keaton Batman, and that excites me. It's tough. I don't know what Ezra Miller's cut is, if he gets a percentage of earnings. If he does, it's tough because you're kind of supporting it, right? But I don't know. At the same time, I'm not saying we shouldn't be angry at Ezra Miller. I definitely think that there's some fucked up behavior there, beyond fucked up behavior, just weird, crazy shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I think we should also be mad at the studio. Like, hey, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I understand, okay, we put all this money in this movie, we have to at least release it. It's unfortunate that the actor it ended up being this situation. But from what I'm hearing, they're keeping him on. That's something that I think we should look at more. Like, why? What are you doing? Like, you're telling me he just says he's going to get help and that's what we're accepting and we're just going to keep giving this guy a shitload of money? And that's where I would question. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm not saying Ezra Miller's not, on paper, from what we've seen, a bad person. It's definitely some unhealthy and fucked up behavior, very toxic behavior. But I think you need to look at the studios that are giving him millions of dollars still. I think that's where we need to look.
Yeah.
Again, going to see the movie doesn't exactly help, but it's just tough. I don't know. Is it something we can really change by not seeing the movie? I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah. Those DC movies have had a tough run with, like, their cast being terrible humans, it seems. Or at least being in the spotlight for some unsavory things. It's tough, but I don't know. I'll probably see it, as much as I hate to say that, but I'm definitely interested in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope I don't catch too much flack for that if people listen this far in, but definitely won't make that a clip because I'm not dealing with that. Not today. Not anytime soon. Yeah, that was an alright episode. I think sorry if we were a little, didn't have much to talk about, but we did our best trying to stay consistent. Hopefully we'll have more for you next week. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I've been streaming more, or I streamed more yesterday. I can't say I'll stream more. I'm going out of town, so I don't know. It'll go away again, but maybe go follow the twitch.tv/rebelrsr. Give that a follow. I stream sometimes. That's about it. I think I'm good to end it. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Goodbye. Yeah.